Hi everyone, Barkest Hobbies here, and today I've got a review for you on 8 different Beyblade arenas from AliExpress, all of which you can buy right now, as of time of recording, for under £10. Now, before we get into it, a little caveat before we start. I originally recorded an intro for this, where I showed you taking these three out of the packaging, and showed you the damage, but unfortunately, I lost the footage, so I'm going to have to re-record it, and you're going to have to just take my word that they came in this condition. Starting off with this green one, it's not too bad. You see, none of these came in cardboard boxes. All of them came in, packed into one big post bag, and they got crushed in places. This green one isn't too bad. It's mostly just the pockets that got a little crushed, and the lid got a little deformed, but it still sits alright on top of it. You'll see that more detailed in the review. Next up, this grey and red one, which also didn't come out too bad. It did get crushed in places, mostly the pockets though, the arena out pockets, but again, it's not too bad. The bow itself was perfectly fine. Easily, the one that came off worst was this white arena. Now, ignore those little holes and that peg. Unfortunately, this video has been recorded just post me doing a mod on this particular arena, but again, you'll have to take my word for it. This was crushed on the top, this part was indented, as was this part. The bowl itself came out okay. Again, ignore these holes, they're not relevant. I made those myself later. The transparent plastic came crushed in several places. It does still sit on top of it. I did originally have footage taking all of these out of the packaging with this damage, but I lost it, so you're going to have to take my word. So, the way this is going to be structured is I'm going to initially put up the listing and talk a little bit about each of the AliExpress listings. Then you'll get to see some footage of some fights from Plastic Generation to Metal Fight, Burst, all the way through to X. Then we'll put up a table with the pros and cons for each of the arenas and what they're suited for. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. So first up, we have this round bottom wok from AliExpress. It's £8.69. If you watched the original series, you may remember the Blade Breakers fought the White Tigers in a back alley with a wok as an arena. So let's see if this one's any good for us, shall we? So, we did buy a wok. However, it somewhat fails as an arena, sadly, because that was one of the tamer ones. Beyblades just like to self-evacuate from it, so, but hey, makes good fried rice. Next we have this blue arena, known as Round Gyro Train Station Plastic Gyro. I don't know what the train station has to do with any of that, but the price is 84p. The advertisement insists it's made of good material, and it's rugged and smooth. Well, let's see about that, shall we? When we got this, it was dented in several places, and if you can see, it doesn't really fit flat. I think you saw that during the intro. But I've had a couple of test launches on this. Now, not only is it semi-domed in the middle, it's bounced up, it's scratched up really easily, and this is just from plastic tips. This isn't even from metal tips. Every single time a bay is launched on this, a flat edge seems to gather a lot of gunk. We'll show you a launch anyway, but can't say recommend this one. It was really cheap, but it's also incredibly basic. There is nothing interesting about it, but we'll show you a couple of launches anyway. First up, we've got Flash Leopard against Trigger F. Let's give it a go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Yeah. One thing to note about this stadium, it seems to cause slowdown. I'm noticing that, especially on attack blades. To be honest, Trigger F against Flash Leopard, this should be a no contest. Yeah. I don't know how well you can see that weird gunk that has collected, but yeah. Right, gonna do a quick X fight with the Dronza Flame X against this Shark Edge. 3, 2, 1, go. So that was over pretty quickly, but just to give you an idea, Look how quickly Shark Edge slows down. It's already wobbling. Like I said, something about this plastic scrapes easily and creates a lot of drag. It's much more visible there now. As you can see, it's got all sorts. That's not Shark Edge being scraped up. If I just rub that, it comes clean on one side. That's the stadium. So yeah, can't say I recommend. Only one place where this belongs. Next we have this Beyblade Burst Gyro Arena Disc Simulation Dual Spinning Top Stadium Dual Disc Toy Launcher Accessory. I'm going to stop there. They all have names like this, but it looks interesting with this hexagonal shape and these pop-up walls. We'll see if it's any good. The picture on this is a little deceptive. It looks round, which you'll see on screen. But again, pretty cheap. And it has these pop-up guards, letting you custom make your arena. As you can see, we're going for 2 gaps. Flash Leopard and Drugger F again. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's shoot! Well, that was quick. Let's do that one more time, shall we? 3, 2, 1, let's shoot! Right, best of 3. 3, 2, 1, I'm going to do one quick battle with all barriers up. Let's see if they can do any better. 3, 2, 1. So, we got one of the thorniest blades here against one of the Valkyrie blades, just to give you an idea of how burst works. 3, 2, 1, go! Moving on to Shark Edge and Dronza. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
That will look out.
As you can see, it's probably a bit crowded for X-Blaze. To have a look at things, it's not too bad. The texture on this one, it's a tiny bit more traction than typical, but it's not too bad. And it's not too badly scuffed up either. It is very small. Like, again, just to sort of reiterate the size, it's oval shaped, which makes it perform strangely. And as you can see, it's only about 5, would you say, bays wide.
I mean, you saw how quickly one flew out when I was just 2 battling the arena.
Yeah. So, I almost recommend it as a travel one. Definitely not as a primary arena, but not a bad little one. It does seem to force a lot of contact, which you might like, you might not. The oval shape's a bit interesting, but generally speaking, not bad. The plastic's nice and tough. You could do worse. So next up, we've got this orange arena for a grand total of £2 and 2 pence. It's over a foot across. It has a very basic shape, but sometimes basic is good. Form and function, we'll see how it does. I have high hopes for this one. So, here we've got this big orange plastic vacuum formed arena. It came in pretty good condition. It wasn't crushed like a lot of the others. There's a small error there with like a little bump, and the very middle seems to have some scuffs. But this one costs less than £3. Now, let's see how it goes, shall we? So, once again, we've got Flash Leopard against Drugger F. Ready? 3, 2, 1, shoot! Alright, that was pretty exciting.
I can already foresee something going out the arena.
Right, let's give that one more. 3, 2, 1, shoot! Again, looks like Tiger beats Leopard this time. I'm excited for when we move on to the X-Blades, because these are like little ramps. I want to see exactly how they perform. Now to see how it performs with Metal Fight. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Yep, it's fine. It performs like your standard bowl arenas. Okay, moving on to burst. 3, 2, 1. Burst finish. Nice. I'm gonna call that 4 nooses victory.
Just about.
Again, performs fine as a standard sort of bowl arena. I will say, I was hoping to get more ring outs with these slopes, but it's not too bad. Alright, now on to the big ones. Let's give these a proper good go.
Yeah, I'm expecting a ring out with this.
3, 2, 1.
There we go.
That did definitely knock Shark Edge right over the edge.
I was expecting a ring out, but not that quickly.
Give that another go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. That's the problem with aggressive blades if you don't have one of the acceleration rails. They do just sort of miss each other for a lot of the fight, but that's always been a problem with attack types.
It seems that it's either going to be done in an instant or it's going to drag on and be quite a loud, noisy match.
Let's do it one more time with that. I want to give this arena a fair shot. 3, 2, 1. Oh! Oh, I'm glad we did that actually.
Oh, yep, there you go. You can actually see the bit here that broke off.
Yeah, I was ready to recommend this, but yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's some nasty damage. Oh, actually, some on the other side there. I'm guessing from the green smudge that was from the Dronza. Yep, you can see where that Dronza X has scuffed up a lot of it. It's a shame, it's rather pliant. Normally this sort of plastic isn't so brittle. I guess it's just thick in the wrong places rather than bouncy. I thought we were going to recommend this one, especially at the price point, but sadly, it looks like this one's going in the bin. At £7.29 we have this white arena. It's a knockoff of an existing burst arena, I believe, but unfortunately you've seen the intro and it got a little crushed in the post, but let's see if it functions. It does come with the protective lid, but one of the big problems is there's no clips to hold it on. You're relying entirely on gravity. You could probably improv something, but this is a video on what you get, not what you could do. With that said, it does still sit on there rather nicely. Nicely is a bit of an exaggeration, but it's on. With all that said, the surface is smooth and has a nice, gentle divot. We'll see how it goes. Okay, plastic gen. Droger F against Flash Leopard. Ready? 3, 2, 1, shoot! Alright, worked perfectly fine. Droger lost. Let's give that another go. 3, 2, 1, shoot! Oh. Flash Leopard didn't fit in the pit, but span itself out anyway. 3, 2, 1.
I was hoping the plates are a bit too big to fall in the arena.
This was made for later generation. And just like that, Droger's overall victory. Let's move on to Metal Fight. 3, 2, 1, shoot! 3, 2, 1. Shoot. AliExpress blade and AliExpress arena.
Yeah. Only one has that in it though.
Okay, next up, burst. 3, 2, 1. Always forget how short these.
But that was an aggressive start.
Yeah, that was my fault. I forgot I wasn't using my custom launcher and the string's much shorter. 3, 2, 1. So yeah, works pretty well for burst too. So now the real challenge starts. Let's see how the X blades do.
You think it's going to knock the protective ring off?
Let's see, shall we? 3, 2, 1.
Well, that answers my question.
Instantly. Instantly.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Yours is just too aggressive, it's knocked itself out.
Shark Edge really just wants to start. Shark Edge really wants to grind on the rail, and well, there is no rail. There's no wall really. If it's unclipped, there's not really a wall either. Let's see if we can, without the wall, get it to grind on this outside.
Alright.
So we'll do that real quick. 3, 2, 1.
No.
It just commits. So let's. Yeah. Unless you clip it down, not suited for X. I mean, we might retest this modified. Well, actually, let's see if that works any better. Like, there's no ring out points now, but that might actually keep them contained. 3, 2, 1. Well, can confirm, if you just want a slogging match, and you don't mind there being no ring out points, or no true ring out points, I suppose the blade could get stuck up underneath these. But it works pretty well with the cover on. As you can see, there's not a true ring out point, but the blade could get stuck down there. So yeah, it seems to function pretty well.